I think a lot of self help advice survives because it sounds profound, not necessarily because it works. There's a famous meditation quote that I think might actually be preventing people from meditating. It goes something like, if you don't have 15 minutes to meditate a day, you should meditate for 30. And it's like, I laughed the first time I heard that. I get what it means. If your life is so chaotic and disconnected that you can't even find 15 minutes to reconnect with yourself, then that disconnection is really the problem. And, it makes sense. But behaviorally, I think it totally backfires. I think most people hear that quote and they think, or they don't think, you know what, I'm going to go meditate for 30 minutes. And even if they do, they're not going to do it the next day, right? They laugh, they nod, they feel like they received some wisdom, and they move on with their day. They're thinking, I don't have 30 minutes. So the aphorism feels profound, but it doesn't actually help create new behavior. I think a better version of that aphorism is the opposite. If you don't have time to meditate for 15 minutes a day, meditate for 10. If you don't have time for 10, meditate for 5. If you don't have time for 5, meditate for 1. And if you don't have time to meditate 1 minute a day, meditate for 30 seconds, because then there's no excuse left. Meditation is much more powerful as a consistent practice than some huge heroic effort that no one actually starts. So the aphorism isn't helping people do that. So what's it doing? I don't know. I think aphorisms are more optimized for elegance than for utility. And ironically, this is something I realized during meditation.